Now don't say anything more.
Hey, many time. Did a sepia scene yesterday. It came out fine. It looks good. Don't know if that's going to be the one I share this week. You guys give me a complex because you don't like my coastals. Or you do. Or you don't. Yeah, I don't really know. I had one all set up I was going to share called Sepia Bay, which is a nice painting, but a lot of, part of the recording died. No grid here, folks, no grid. And then there was this incident where they had a bunch of noise, so I was kind of angry. I got the painting done, but all in all, I just think it's not a good plan. So I'm kind of looking for something. I did a bit of straightening up and organizing in the studio today. I know I'm pretty flip. Zip, zip, zip. I just want to see if this will work. I don't really love this kind of thing. Right, I get it. Alright, we're going to do some negative stuff. Meaning we're working negative out of positive. So yeah, I'm running into challenges here. I want a charming mini. This one's got like lots of little, well, every scene's got its things. I am not giving up yet. It tells me that's focused better, so I'll trust it. We're on a macro 100 millimeter. Yeah, I don't know. We'll mix some colors. Ready? Make another cup of coffee. Yeah, that could go even lower. I agree. Talking to myself, I thought I was a bit low when I put it in. Lower is almost always better. Nice. Just a little sunset. Okay, I'm going to use it for something. Really good if we just mix you with the orange. Nice color. Took me forever to get this. I still am not 100% thrilled with the way the rectangle, like it gets distorted, right? With the angle of the camera, the angle of the easel. I'm painting at an angle as I happened for your sake for many years, many years. Every now and again, I go ahead and paint regular, like. Wow, you just took over the whole dang show. I did want that one redder though, so I'll put you over there. And then we'll use it for another iteration here. So the reason for the 3x3 is I've got some pretty awesome little frames, and I want to do something closely related. I've got a nice scene of Wooley's Bay, which we've done quite a lot of. One that came out really good, but it's not going to make it on the channel. No. That's pretty good. Not going to make it. It's a little more, it's kind of moody. Moody. Oh, looking at all these. I got so many paintings, guys. So we're in like a situation humanity right now where like that's my labors, right? But humanity don't care that much about the labors. Now, here's a big tip for you. Well, humanity cares about the labors. Does the power structure? No, no, not really. There's our blue chapter in the new book called Greens to the Blue. So much now. If we brought in the blue here, we would have got this. Actually, pretty much like that the way it is. It's not much paint. That's okay. I'm going to do the lighter version. Whoa, did that green up? Green right up. That's that yellow ochre for you. Okay, here's a lesson. You got something going that wrong, don't even try to fix it. Start over. Yellow ochre was bad. Bad. I'm looking for like a light color at the bottom of this guy. Alright, we managed to match that. Pretty close. We're just going to call that a day. I'll lighten it later. Well, you're a little punk, aren't you? Yeah, I knock the table and it goes slightly out of focus. Little punk. Yeah, maybe. When I go back to record, I'm going to kick this up to a higher aperture with more. You know what? That might just do everything I need right now. So it's not much paint. It's going to have to double as the ocean, kinda. That's all right. Keep in mind, pre-mixing doesn't have to happen. Mostly, well, I mean, I do it because I like it, and you know that you just saw me take a. Well, maybe you won't even see that actually, but I took a second. Well, you guys, I hopefully remember to delete that. Maybe not. You get a slice of life. Noisy neighbors. My wife said, I'm fed up. I'm fed up. I'm not fed up. I'm just going to call the noise police every time my peace is disturbed. Not even going to wait. So that's my strategy. Well, that's pretty meager amount, isn't it? Let's put the rest in there. You know, a lot of times when you look at I got lots of painting books, many PDFs as well that are from this older era, and you know, there was a period of painting, a response to the modern art where they just got so freaking loose, and I didn't. Sometimes they're fine. The idea being that we don't need to render things super detailed or realistic. But yeah, they went too far. They went too far. That's a lot of what I do is a response to that. Okay, so we're into the darks now. I definitely want there to be a reddish thing going on here. Really? That red, Mike? Is that what you meant? No. No, I took over the show. That's what I meant, something like that. Maybe a little less perylene. There we go. Notice how when the color goes wrong, I don't keep throwing things in it. I think a lot of painters starting out make that mistake where they understand that they can't give up. They have to keep mixing, but if your start was too far off, you're better off scraping it off, putting it over here. Like I did, I was able to get a little bit of that back. Maybe we use it somewhere else in the painting, or we'll throw it away. It don't really matter. It's all good. Now that's our dark green. This is a mini, so we'll have tons of room for tons of spread. That's nice. Everything is being informed by the sunset nature of things, so I don't want any of my greens to be too cool. We're not going into any bluish areas. We have a gray. We need a gray for that path. Actually, get a nice gray out of the burr number. The color of our path and the reference isn't great. Why did I throw that in before the green? Just gotta. Let's do a light green now. What are you doing? You're doing your green with your freaking orange and your yellows. Yeah. That pretty much came out like I wanted. Perhaps a little dark. Okay, that's it for the color mixing. Let's do the sky. Let's do it. I've got this, I thought that I'd make this one, the Silver Grand Prix. Thought I'd make that my sky brush. That's a little too small. Okay. Not too thin. That's nice. tiniest bit of actual cad red there. And we're still not getting it. I wanted kind of a darker. No change. Now, if you remember at one point in this grayish, I don't know how blue that'll look now, not that blue. I did add other colors, right? Just trying to get my brush to a place where I can come in and... So I had to go back to the palette there. These brushes are great, but they're a little loose. A bit loose. They do get tight. Every brush gets tighter as you use it. Neutralize as we get to the horizon. I could have carried through that color all the way. That's the color I like on the horizon, but nothing changed. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Still, let's have a look on it. It's not too bad. I'm like a nut. Sorry, I forgot to put the microphone up close to me. We have another microphone plugged into the camera today, which may be doing great. It's right behind the easel. I had another array set up which I experimented with yesterday, and that had a constant crackle, like a ground, like some sort of grounding problem. That was one microphone plus another, and this is a whole nother microphone now. We'll see. And of course I've got the zoom, so the zoom is always going to be clear, if assuming it's working. Now, this color is actually brighter. Whoa. That was left over from yesterday's painting. Needs to be more yellow. I'm liking that. It's kind of taking over a bit more than I want. We never used this one. It's exciting. It's a bit much here, but not too bright. That's looking good though. I'm not going to mess with that too much, except for fixing this up here. Maybe I overplayed my hand there. Notice I do this kind of little circly move, especially on these tinier paints, kind of like a little loopy move. I'm not gonna mess with that. It's tiny. All right, let's talk about the water. Well, we already have that color, don't we? My drawing is so loose, but really it's a big advantage with this kind of painting. It's looking okay. It's getting all... because really what we want is just brush strokes. That's not bad. There's a little bit of, tiny bit of 1, 2, 3 going on there. 1, 2, 3 being when you've got your intervals and your shapes being very consistently the same size. Yes. Oh, come on. Okay, this is my problem. Insufficient paint on the brush. It feels like I'm getting paint. You can see how little paint is actually there, right? So here's one strategy. Just pile it up and then make a real mark. That's probably sufficient. Okay, just making messes now. You can see why that cad red is. This danger color. Looks pretty good. Ugh. All right, we will stop there. I could keep going, but we'll stop there. Okay. We're back. Yeah, I just spotted a 1, 2, 3. I'll show you here. Let me just get some oil. 1, 2, 3. So, I mean, that's on the, we can basically break that up pretty easy. Slightly skew with the horizon here. Okay, problem is the usual problem. Look, zero paint, right? You know what, just a little line there. That's nice. I think that's fine. It's not like I'm going to start tweaking this thing to bits, but Yeah, I just got back from lunch. You see things. You see things. What are you going to do? Fix them. Do your best. If you think you can make a quick fixie move, then try it. Go for it. Same deal, not enough paint. Okay. Okay, yeah, I got this one out, but maybe I'll use that. I'm going to stay away from this art spectrum. I'm just going to go for the darks. I'm going to go for my 0, if I can find one. Looks like a 1. That's a 1. Actually, this could work. I'm not sure what it is. Too long. So if your brush is very long, there we go, finally. If your brush is very long, it's going to give you, like, the reason I'm going for such a small brush right now, I want some control, you know? With the edges of paths, the thing is, you don't want to be too consistent. Also, it's always going to be more light on one side than the other. Yeah, so that's the darks in. I'm going to keep that as my dark brush. Oops. Sorry. I'm distracted. Okay, I hadn't even thought of it when I was mixing colors, but no, we'll finish up here. We're gonna go grasses, dead grass color, not greens. There are greens right now in the reference. Yeah, just added the Mars yellow. First of all, that didn't even show up. I mean, it kind of did, but now you see why the cad red's on my palette. Lots of times I can't get things to go red enough with the burnt sienna alone. I want a dark red, but I want it a little more distinct than, not so much a red, I want a brown, but saw a big pile of paint. That's too light. Now there'd be a tendency, I'm thinking that I'd like really light grass to come out to the edge there. But the problem with that is I think it's going to fight with the ocean. So I think maybe this middle tone's where we want to be. That's looking good. Pop in those grays. Wow, is that what I mixed? Alright, that's all good. Needs to be darker. That gray, I want it more brown. Whoa. That's nice. Okay. Just get the greens out like that. The white. I got white. I'm cleaning my brush with paint. I got enough paint here to do it. Oh, it's looking pretty good. Oh, it's looking pretty good. Very happy with that. We're going to do some highlights on the grass. I think we'll do that instead of waves in the water. I don't think we need waves in the water. One thing I do want to do though, if I can make it happen. I'm very happy with that. We're going to do some highlights on the grass. I think we'll do that instead of waves in the water. I don't think we need waves in the water. One thing I do want to do though. Right. If I can make it happen. Right. Yeah, sort of asking for trouble. I could have left that whole area just dark. Okay, a little more highlight on those trees. Yeah, sort of asking for trouble. I could have left that whole area just dark. Okay, well, a little more highlight on those trees. One thing I'm doing quite a lot of here is instead of sky holes, I'm just doing a few little highlights. That's always a good technique. This looks pretty good. It's a bit regular though. We're going to need to break up some of those darks a little bit more. I think that's looking pretty good. It's a little busy. One thing I'm doing quite a lot of here is instead of sky holes, I'm just doing a few little highlights. That's always a good technique. This looks pretty good. It's a bit regular though. We're going to need to break up some of those darks a little bit more. I'll show you what I mean. Where the color bunches up, it catches your eye. You want some of that. I think that's looking pretty good. It's a little busy. Many times the dark brush is your best brush for this. I'll show you what I mean. Where the color bunches up, it catches your eye. You want some of that. Especially in a little painting. Many times the dark brush is your best brush for this. Okay. Yeah, that's it. We're done. Maybe, let's see another thing. Okay, see you later. Did you know you could buy the book? Landscapepainter.co.nz. The book cost $65.